last 2 weeks we've been working really hard at putting the paneling inside of our Sprinter van conversion. We chose to use LuAn. It works really well with the curves of the van, and I'm going to take you through what we've been doing for the last 2 weeks. We worked on it a couple hours at a time. We weren't able to work on it always because we had ice and we've had lots of rain, so we haven't been able to cut our wood always outside. But let's take you through what we've been doing. Alright, we got the first piece of LuAn up there. Looks like we did pretty good at cutting in the hole. And we have these little pieces of wood here to help hold it up in position while we get ready to screw it in. We have our marks over here on the sides so we kind of have an idea where the perlins are that we're going to be screwing into.
Yeah. Okay, let's leave that thing in place while we screw it. And that way we'll know it'll stay where that's going to fit. And that is really going to be a nice snug fit. Once we get this screwed up, we'll be able to see exactly how much of this we got to cut off for it to go up there and fit flush. Well, not to bore you or nothing. But we have a screw line here. We'll put this piece in and put our screws in here and come back to this screw line, and then we'll use about a 2-inch strip here across the seam to put our screws through to hold this seam like that. So it's not hitting. Missed again. Oh, just hit me. Ow. That hurt. Oh, didn't quite draw blood. All right, one more this way.
Alright, so we measured 11 inches over for each screw, so we know where the solid metal is in the perlins to screw into that. So if you remember up in the ceiling, the ribs here, the perlins, they are full of holes, so even when you do measure, it's easy to miss. Alright, we've put the lights and the wires through the holes. Did that before we put it up. These up here we already have. And we're getting ready to put this last ceiling piece in. Alright, to join these two pieces here, we put about a 2-inch LuAn strip to hold the two pieces up. Screwed those.
That's gonna need to go.
There's some little screws to put here in the back, and those will mount just like that. Alright, so we got a bunch of our trim pieces up, and we screwed every purlin, and it bows down a little bit, so we're going to squirt a little bit of wood glue or Gorilla Glue in there and push that up there to hold that. There isn't any purlin at this end area, so we're going to have to do that too to keep that trim up there.
These screws that we're using are a number 8 1-inch, and they're a self-tapping screw. They've got like a drill bit on the end of them, so they actually drill a hole through the metal and then start themselves in the hole and tap in. And we're using two different lengths. We're using a 3/4 and a 1-inch. Most of them are 1-inch, but in places we're using just a 3/4 inch. Take that outside, do it standing up like that.
Alright, we gotta get ready to cut the light in.
Yep. 52 and 5/8 inches to the rear. And then we marked it on this side the same 52 and 5/8 inches to the rear. We'll use the same template for both sides when we cut the bottom piece.
Alright, we have the piece around the wheel well cut in and screwed in. Now we're going to get ready to do this other side. With the seams in between these two pieces, we're not making such a big deal with trim and stuff because this is going to be where we have storage and it's going to be covered up. And we'll have the bed platform up here in the middle next, and that would be underneath. So that's fine with just doing the screws about one every 12 inches or so. Alright, we got the excess from the flange on the fan cut off, and then we just have to screw that in there.
So, I think we can come off of that down here. We have to cut a little piece.
Alright, we have the insulation on the back doors, and now we have some props there holding up the trim. Alright, we have all of the ceiling done, and the walls here in the back. This is going to be where the bed frame is going to be. We used 6 pieces. We need 8. We ran out, so we'll have to get a little bit more to finish these back doors. And we also have to finish around the sliding door and underneath the windows. Alright, so the LuAn worked really well. It fit good to the natural curvature of the van. We have our lights hooked up, and we're going to be able to start working on the bed frame next. And we still left this area where we're going to add the window by the driver's side and here in the sliding door yet. Other than that, that's about it for the back half until we get a couple more sheets. So we're going to go ahead and move forward with building the bed frame. And thanks for watching our custom Sprinter van conversion.